Welcome back, everyone, to season 5 of the Truth and Freedom podcast, where awakening begins with asking the question most people are afraid to ask. I'm your host, Dr. Dan Amzalag, and this is not just another podcast. This is a journey into awareness, courage, and truth. So, in today's fourth episode, we're diving into something that holds so many of us back: the fear of failure. That quiet, nagging voice that says, "What if I mess up?" Or "What if I'm not good enough?" It's a fear that can stop us from pursuing opportunities, trying new things, or stepping into a full potential. And the irony is, while fear of failure is meant to protect us, it often ends up limiting us from more than anything else. The fear of failure is one of the most universal human experience. Every person, at some point in their life, has faced it. It shows up as hesitation, procrastination, self-doubt, or even avoidance. It's that inner barrier that convinces you to play it safe rather than to take a risk. And here's the truth: every person you admire, every successful entrepreneur, creator, or leader has faced fear of failure. The difference is that they didn't let it stop them. So, why does this fear have so much power over us? Well, that is because it's rooted in our desire for certainty, approval, and safety. We've been conditioned to avoid mistakes, to seek perfection, and to believe that failure reflects our value. But failure is not a reflection of worth. It's a reflection of effort, experimentation, and growth. Each failure is actually a teacher in disguise, guiding you to refine your approach, learn, and become stronger. The first step in breaking free from this fear is reframing how we see failure. Instead of seeing it as something to avoid at all costs, view failure as feedback. Each misstep is an opportunity to gain insight, to understand what works and what doesn't. It's not the end of the journey. It's a necessary part of progress. So when you change your mindset about failure, it loses its paralyzing power. Another important step is action despite fear. Often, and more than enough, we wait for the perfect moment, the perfect plan, or the perfect conditions before moving forward. But the truth is, perfection rarely exists. Taking imperfect action is the only way to gain experience, build confidence, and actually learn what works. Action is what turns fear into courage. Even small steps forward create momentum and chip away at the hold of the fear. Self-compassion also plays a key role. Fear of failure thrives in harsh self-judgment. When you respond to yourself with understanding instead of criticism, the pressure eases. Remind yourself that mistakes are part of being human and that growth often comes from discomfort. Treat yourself like a friend navigating a new challenge, not a critic grading every move. It's also very crucial to separate identity from outcome. Fear becomes overwhelming when we tie our worth to results. Your value is not determined by a single success or failure. It's determined by your willingness to engage, learn, and keep moving forward despite all odds. When you stop seeing failure as a verdict on your identity, fear loses its grip. And finally, surround yourself with a supportive environment. People who encourage, challenge, and celebrate effort rather than just outcomes makes it easier to step into fear. Healthy accountability and community provide perspective, reassurance, and motivation when fear tries to take over. So if there's one takeaway from today's episode, I would like to be this: fear of failure is normal, but it doesn't have to control your life. Reframe failure as feedback. Take action despite fear. Practice self-compassion. Separate your identity from outcomes. And most importantly, seek support from those who lift you up. Each of these steps chips away at fear's power and opens space for growth, creativity, and freedom. Remember, the journey isn't about never failing. It's about learning to move forward, grow stronger, and embrace life fully, even when the possibility of failure exists. Courage isn't the absence of fear, it's acting in spite of it. And that, my friend, is where true freedom begins. I'd like to thank you all for tuning in to the Truth and Freedom podcast. Stay courageous, stay mindful, and keep stepping into your life, no matter what spheres arise. Your journey is yours, and the only way forward is through.